what is his name? Austin Chenge. So a
Ooh,
black
that name all
Republican.
the way up.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He trying to mess Black history all the way up. So F him and F you too. So, a black Republican in Michigan declared that if he wins the 2020 gubernatorial race, he would replace Black History Month with American History Month, as if for the other 11 years, it's not dedicated to American history. Even in February, it's dedicated to American history because Black history is American history. And American history disrupted Black history. And you should see his picture because this picture looked like if you type coon chicken type coon chicken in the search bar, and you'll get an image. Type it in right now. You got your phone in your hand. Type
I do
coon.
not actually.
Okay, I thought you coon chicken in. Type that in your search bar, and you're gonna see an exaggerated image of like the black face. That's kind of what he looked like in his smile, in his regular face. Coon chicken in. So Austin Chenge, whatever, Austin, a black Army veteran businessman and the first Republican opponent to throw his hat in the political ring against incumbent Governor Gretchen Whitmer, announced via Twitter that he would cancel Black History Month. So he's like, I will cancel Black History Month in Michigan. It's offensive, unfair, maybe illegal. Americans from all backgrounds deserve a revered history. I'll declare American History Month. Austin Chingy. His name gonna be Chingy today. Austin Chingy, he's a veteran and first Republican governor candidate for Michigan. So he says Black History Month is offensive. To who? So black people not fuck him. Fuck. First of all, let's break this shit down. Let's break this down. Black people were denied our history. Well, first of all, let's deal with why does Black History Month exist? Let's deal with that. Pat, why does Black History Month exist?
Because black people were not being recognized for their historical achievements and not getting an opportunity to study themselves in their own history. I mean, Carter G. Woodson, I'm simplifying it, of course.
Yeah, that's cool.
But Carter G. Woodson said, yeah, we need a time and a space for us to study us and learn about us. And so he's, it started with Black History Week, and it became 2 weeks, and it became the whole month. So
1926.
Carter G. Woodson. You should get his book, The Miseducation of the Negro.
Because this Negro is miseducated.
Heavily.
Austin Chingy is heavily miseducated. So, because he's saying it's offensive. Black History Month is offensive to people who are racist and people who support racist stuff. That's who is offensive to. Because why would you be offended about a group of people learning about themselves when you have all rights and privileges to learn about yourself? Okay, he says it's unfair. It's unfair to who? So if you want to say what other groups of color, so who stopped the other groups of color from pushing for their own months? Because we certainly haven't.
But other groups of color have their own month.
Well, there we go. Well, there we go then.
Let's run it down. I had to look it up, so I am looking at my phone now. But I had to look it up. So February is Black History Month, because I know everybody has their own month, but I couldn't remember what those months were. March is Women's History Month / Irish American Heritage Month. May is Asian Heritage Month / Older American Month / Jewish American Month. June is Gay Pride Month. September is Hispanic and Latino Heritage Month. October is National Disability Employment Awareness Month and National Italian American Heritage Month. November is American Indian Heritage Month. So like other groups have their months. The only group that you can say doesn't have a month is like the UK Americans,
the
like the British
European.
Americans.
But we learned their history already.
Yeah, we learned their history the rest of the months, and like Irish Americans have their own month, and Italian Americans have their own month. So those are two groups of white people right there with their own heritage month.
And so, for those who don't know, Austin Chenge is a black man of, I believe, Nigerian heritage.
Yeah.
So, but so that what you just read destroys everything that he's saying about it being offensive and unfair and maybe illegal. So it's illegal. So everybody's doing illegal stuff. Then that's what that according to him, right? Everybody's being unfair, offensive, and illegal to everybody else. And but the fact. Go ahead.
Just black people.
Okay, just black. And notice the black man who's running for governor of Michigan could have done what Pat did a simple Google search and seen who all had they. Because if you're gonna cancel Black History Month, you got to cancel everybody. I'm just saying you got to be fair. You got to be fair, unoffensive, and legal, right?
But you know, most people don't. I'm not gonna say most. Only reason I knew there were other heritage months is because every February we dealt with this argument, and so years back, I was curious to see if there were other months, other people had heritage months that I just didn't know about, and lo and behold, yes, there are. I don't know why more people don't like ask that question. Like they immediately say, "Well, black people are the only ones with a heritage month." They don't even bother to go and look into it.
Because a lot of people don't even know that there's a heritage month for them.
Right. So, but if you're learning about your heritage all of the time, it's really not that big of a deal to you to have a month. It's just like a nice thing. But the obsession that both black and white people have with doing away with Black History Month is amazing to me.
Yeah.
Like this shit is just crazy.
I remember what was the interview? The white guy was asking Morgan Freeman about Black History Month, and it was like, why should black people have a White History Month? Why should black people have a Black History Month? There's no White History Month. There's no other History Month. There's none of these other history months. That's my Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad Morgan Freeman. I can't see you, so all I can do is hear it. And I was like, that's not a bad Morgan. It don't sound exactly like him before everybody be like, that didn't sound that like. No, but that's a pretty good Morgan Freeman.
But it's like, but after sitting back thinking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, he's an actor. He's an actor. So
yeah,
but it's like it's about it's compromised Negroes. And I do want to let people know this. I just listened to Malcolm X's speech at the Autobahn, so I'm on one right now. So, and especially for sellout Negroes.
Mm-hmm.
Catch the connotations in my eyes, people. Sellout Negroes. But it's like Chenge over here. That man ain't gonna be Chenge.
Straight up.
It's so basically you're like, I will eliminate. First of all, with him being of Nigerian heritage, I want all black people. Oh, and they say the Nigerian delegation shut down his outrageous proclamation on Twitter. So the Nigerians is like, hey, we don't rock with him. We ain't down with that. We don't agree with that. But the notion is, I want to be liked by white people so bad that I'm willing to disable the celebration and the opportunities for futures of black people to learn about their history and heritage. And that's why I asked you to say what you said about why does Black History Month exist, because a lot of people seem to have a problem with understanding why Black History Month exists. And they like, because remember that one conversation we had a couple of years ago when the young girl was like, Black History Month is stupid and all these things here. And we kind of had to not necessarily go in on her, but go in the idea of Black History Month being stupid or Black History Month being unproductive. And people have to realize, if you go through Black History Month yourself and it's unproductive, who stopped you from being productive in Black History Month?
Yeah. Yeah, it's on you. Well, I mean, but it is interesting that he's Nigerian only because Trump had a lot of support in various places in Africa, and Nigeria was one of those places. So, but you know, we've talked before about how Black people tend to be conservative. Black people the world over really tend to be conservative. The only reason Black people in America don't vote conservative is because, you know, the conservatives are openly hostile. But it's to me, that's still an interesting thing that he is Nigerian. But it's also interesting that he thinks he has the power to cancel a federal declaration.
That's another thing too. That's another thing. But it goes back to what I was supposed to be saying. It's like I want all other Black people who are not native of America, who are not the descendants of the slaves in America, to understand something. If it were not for the sacrifices and the work of Black American people, you would not be able to enjoy the liberties and the freedoms and the things that you have here in America, and for some of y'all places in your own countries. Black people in America died, bled, shed tears, and led a charge and led a movement that created change for Black people around the world, but especially for Black people coming into America. The fact that this fool is able to run for governor is because of the blood and sweat and the tears of the Black people who were slaves here in America. The fact that this fool think he can say what he said is disrespectful. And the only reason I ain't gonna cuss like I want to, because YouTube be messing stuff up. YouTube be trying to censor your video, but other than that, you know, I be going slap off. So I'm gonna find some other word, Mickey Fickies. I'm gonna use all my BET curse words. But Mickey Fickies like him, right? It's shameful, it's disgraceful, it's treasonous, it's all these things that I can think of, because you are basically spitting on the sacrifices and the blood of our direct ancestors. And the fact that you can come over here and have the freedom that you have to achieve what you have achieved is because of the sacrifices from our direct ancestors. So I want all Black folk who are able to enjoy these liberties that you have to stop getting it ficked up. I can't. Yeah. I'm going to just say it. Y'all got it fucked up. All right. Stop getting it fucked up. Because it's disrespectful. It's disingenuous. I say it again, treasonous. All these things. Because y'all have, it's no loyalty with Black people. But we know this dude is a coon. But it's many other people, it's many other Black people who may not be coons, but who don't really understand, or they may understand, but they don't give a damn about the sacrifices that our descendants or our ancestors made who were enslaved here in America. Like, people were getting terrorized.
Mm-hmm.
And you all are able to benefit from that. Y'all better get y'all damn minds right.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to get that off my chest, Rick. Yeah. Yeah. Power to the people.
That's a mic drop moment. I ain't nothing to follow up with after that.
I just, man, look, I feel you, man. It's what's crazy though, is like I say, looking at him, if you type in Go in the search bar and type in Coon Chicken Inn. You see the face and you see his face, you be like, damn, buddy look just like the Coon Chicken Inn face. But it's just, you got to stop. Black folk got to stop cooning for white acceptance. It's the illusion of inclusion. White people do not like sellouts. They don't like their own sellouts and they don't like other people's sellouts. They use you. And when they're done with you, they discard. Get your mind right. Get your mind right, Chenge.
Chenge. I like the way you do that right there.
Right there. I'm Morgan Freeman. And Black History Month. That's my first time ever doing the Morgan Freeman, too.
Yeah, with the celebrities, actors, all of them, like, I don't know. You know how I feel about
compromised Negroes.
Yeah, you know how I feel about all of them. You know, you